All right, let's talk about something real. Have you ever had that Sunday night feeling? You know, the dread that creeps in thinking about Monday morning? If you've ever felt stuck or just totally drained by your job, you're not just having a bad week. Turns out you are so not alone.
And here's the number to prove it. A pretty staggering 76% of employees are not engaged at work. 76%. That means for every 4 people you see in an office, 3 of them are basically just counting down the hours. Let that sink in.
Yeah, we're talking about the person in the cubicle next to you, the project manager you're emailing with, the colleague you grab coffee with in the break room. This isn't just some abstract statistic, it's the reality for most people you work with every single day.
So when we feel this unhappy, what's the first solution that pops into our heads? Right, the great escape. The idea that if we could just get a new job, everything would be fixed. But, well, we're going to see why that's usually a myth.
And let's be real about the stakes here. We spend about a third of our entire lives at work. A third. When you see it like that, it's no wonder that getting out of a bad situation feels like the only possible answer.
And the reasons? Oh, they pile up, don't they? It's the boss who's always on your case, that coworker who just sucks the energy out of the room, those back-to-back meetings that go absolutely nowhere, or that commute that just kills your soul a little bit each day. It's easy to think the job itself is the villain here.
And that's when this little sentence starts playing on a loop in your head. You start daydreaming about that glorious moment you hand in your resignation. You're just convinced that a new office and a new logo will solve all your problems.
So you do it. You quit. You land the new gig. And the first few weeks are great. It's the honeymoon phase. New people, new challenges, new snacks in the kitchen. But then something familiar starts to creep back in. And this, right here, is where we get to the hard truth. Fast forward 3 months. The novelty's worn off. You're sitting at your shiny new desk, but that old familiar feeling of stress, or maybe frustration, is back. So, what happened? You changed everything, right?
This is what happened. Despite the new company, the new manager, the new commute, the core feelings are exactly the same. The stress found you. The frustrations, maybe that look a little different, but they're there. The scenery changed, but the show didn't.
And here it is. This is the crucial realization. You changed all the external stuff, but you took the one constant variable with you to the new job, yourself. This is the whole ballgame.
You know, here's a really powerful way to think about it. It's like jumping from one romantic relationship to another without ever working on your own issues. You keep bringing the same habits, the same reactions, the same baggage, and then wonder why you keep getting the same results. It's the exact same thing with jobs.
Okay, so this brings us to the actual solution. It's not about running away, it's about taking ownership. It's about a huge shift in focus from the outside world to your inside world. Owning your outlook is this simple but game-changing idea. It's realizing that true satisfaction doesn't come from a new title or a better salary. It starts inside your own head. Because while you can't control your boss, you have 100% control over your own mindset. And that's where the real power is.
And here's how it works. It's a pretty clear chain reaction. It all starts with your beliefs, the stories you tell yourself about your work and your capabilities. Those beliefs then drive your actions, what you say in meetings, the projects you take on, how you react to feedback. And those actions, over time, create your actual real-life experience.
So look, here's the bottom line. That feeling of frustration, it's like your shadow. It's going to follow you from job to job to job until you finally turn around and deal with the source, which is the outlook you bring with you every single morning.
So I want to leave you with this question. If you can accept, just for a moment, that the job isn't the real problem, what's the one core belief you have about your work that might be secretly running the show? Seriously, think about it. Because identifying that one thing, that's the first real step to making a change that actually lasts.